McDonald's. I liked the sound of it. It sounded wholesome and it sounded genuine.
McDonald's feeds 1% of the world's population every day, but it's not just a food company, it's a real estate company. The founder dives into this story of Ray Kroc and his game-changing encounter with the McDonald brothers. Fascinated by their efficient, speedy service system, Ray recognized a golden franchising opportunity. However, what started as a partnership ended with the brothers losing control over their multi-billion-dollar empire. Discover how Kroc, using Harry Sonneborn's model, played the money game to perfection, revolutionizing American fast food forever, and turned McDonald's into a real estate empire. This is The Founder. Like many self-made millionaires, Ray Kroc started as a salesman. He spent years selling paper cups and multi-mixers, machines that could make multiple milkshakes at once. His latest product was a 5-spindled milkshake machine, promising to produce more milkshakes faster than the single-spindled machines commonly used in drugstore soda fountains and milkshake bars. In 1954, Ray Kroc was struggling to sell milkshake machines to drive-in restaurants across the country. He was frustrated by the slow service and incorrect orders typical of small food businesses. Although his wife, Ethel, had saved enough money for them to live comfortably in Arlington Heights, Illinois, Ray was not content. He wanted to achieve something for himself and earn more money. He believed that persistence and determination were key to success, motivating him to create a better future. Despite being rejected by many restaurants, Ray continued trying to sell his milkshake machines. One day in 1954, his secretary, June Martino, informed him that a restaurant in San Bernardino, California, called McDonald's, had ordered 8 multi-mixers, enough to make 40 milkshakes at once. It seemed too good to be true, so Ray decided to travel to San Bernardino himself to see what kind of restaurant required 8 milkshake mixers. Upon reaching there, he was amazed to see a walk-up restaurant that was extremely busy. The name of the restaurant was McDonald's, and Ray was fascinated by the speedy service, top-quality food, disposable packaging, and family-friendly environment. He saw long queues of people waiting to place their orders. Ray joined a queue and was surprised by how quickly it moved. In no time, his order was processed, and he could hardly believe it was his. He was astonished by this entirely different concept of a restaurant. The food came in disposable wrappings, unlike the old-fashioned silverware, allowing him to carry it wherever he wanted without any hassle. He noticed others enjoying their food, further convincing him of the restaurant's innovative approach. Intrigued, Ray introduced himself to the restaurant's owners, Dick and Mac McDonald, as the man who sold them the multi-mixers. He invited the brothers out for dinner to hear their story. Richard and Maurice McDonald, originally from New Hampshire, dreamed of working in Hollywood and the movie business. They opened a beautiful movie theater in Glendora, but it had to close due to the Great Depression. So they started a hot dog and orange juice stand in Arcadia. However, there weren't enough customers there, so they moved the stand to the corner of 14th and E Street in San Bernardino, California, in 1940. Short on money, they moved the stand they already had onto a truck and started selling hot dogs. Later, they upgraded to McDonald's famous barbecue drive-in restaurant, featuring 27 menu items and uniformed waitresses serving food to customers in their cars. Initially, the restaurant did well, but sales began to level off due to various complications with drive-in service. They weren't attracting the right kind of customers and knew they needed to change their business model to survive. After brainstorming and analyzing their sales, the McDonald brothers realized that the bulk of their sales came from 3 items: hamburgers, French fries, and soft drinks, 87% to be exact. So, they decided to focus on what was selling the most. They shut down the restaurant for renovations, a huge gamble since it was popular at the time. To reduce costs, they planned to remove waitresses and use disposable food packaging instead of silverware. However, business didn't take off immediately. Customers weren't happy about getting out of their cars to place orders, and people weren't used to the new food packaging. But the McDonald brothers didn't give up and continued to improve their service. The success was due to Dick and Mac's Speedy system, an innovative method they developed to speed up burger production. Orders were ready in 30 seconds instead of 30 minutes. Using custom-built machines, a structured floor plan, and ingenuity, they created an assembly line process where every employee had a specific job, done with precision. It was like a well-oiled machine, delivering a fast, reliable meal every time. This innovative system inspired Ray Kroc, a lifelong salesman. He saw a great opportunity in the McDonald's Speedy system and knew it was a chance worth taking. Ray Kroc knew the McDonald brothers were onto something big, and he didn't want to miss out. He approached them and pitched the idea of opening more restaurants like theirs. Despite visiting many restaurant kitchens while selling multi-mixers across the country, he had never seen anything with the potential of their restaurant. Both Kroc and the McDonald brothers knew that this could be a gold mine, boosting both burger and multi-mixer sales. Ray proposed that the brothers franchise the restaurant, believing that such an incredible establishment should be expanded worldwide. However, the brothers argued that maintaining quality control was nearly impossible with multiple locations. Past attempts had resulted in filthy kitchens, inconsistent menus, and poor management. They believed it was better to have one great restaurant than 50 mediocre ones. Despite this, the brothers were actually interested in franchising and had already opened around 6 franchises. So, what did Ray Kroc do differently to make franchising successful? Initially, Kroc built his first McDonald's franchise in Des Plaines and slowly expanded from there, getting friends from the country club to buy in and create successful franchises throughout the Midwest. However, to get the rights to franchise this way, he signed a contract with the McDonald brothers, which limited him in 2 ways. He couldn't make any changes to the restaurant, its architecture, the Speedy system, or the menu without the brothers' written consent. He earned only 1.9% of the gross profits from all the franchises, with 0.5% going to the McDonald brothers. This left him with just 1.4%, enough to break even but not to get rich. At first, Kroc's primary goal was to sell more multi-mixers, not to create the best burger joint in town. He believed that the more McDonald's stores he opened, the more multi-mixers he could sell. As he mentioned in his autobiography, the idea of copying the McDonald brothers' plan never crossed his mind, because he saw it through the eyes of a salesman focused on prospective multi-mixer sales rather than hamburgers. Things changed when he met Harry Sonneborn in 1955, who helped him realize the true potential of franchising McDonald's on a large scale. The film suggests that Ray Kroc met Harry Sonneborn by chance at a bank, but that's not accurate. In reality, Harry Sonneborn was the vice president of Tasty Freeze, a fast food ice cream chain, and he already knew Kroc from previous multi-mixer sales. Sonneborn and Kroc began working together and devised a plan to make Kroc's franchising company more profitable, which led to the creation of the Franchise Realty Corporation. This new company took a direct role in developing McDonald's restaurants. McDonald's would choose the locations, convince property owners to lease or sell the land to McDonald's, and once the restaurant was operational, the franchisees would pay a monthly fee. This fee covered the mortgage and running costs, plus extra profit for McDonald's. Even now, McDonald's leverages its extensive experience in buying and selling properties to find ideal locations, usually high-traffic intersections with plenty of parking. The company buys properties with long-term fixed interest rates, benefiting from its large property holdings to secure favorable deals. Franchisees sign a franchise agreement detailing how the business will operate, including specific suppliers and operational standards. They invest $1 to $2 million up front, including a $45,000 franchise fee and a monthly royalty. These agreements also specify the restaurant's location, ensuring McDonald's has tenants who always pay above market rates. This model provides McDonald's with a stable and predictable income, as rent and royalties from franchisees ensure a steady revenue stream. It allows McDonald's to leverage its market position to negotiate better deals, as it controls the land and long-term leases. Franchisees agree to these terms because McDonald's popularity guarantees profits, making it a safe investment despite the high costs. With this new franchising model, in addition to the original 1.4% of gross sales, Kroc had a significant influx of money because franchisees were only permitted to lease from McDonald's. This provided 2 key benefits. Number 1, a steady upfront revenue stream. Money flowed in before the first stake was in the ground. Number 2, greater capital for expansion, which fueled further land acquisition and continued growth. The most important aspect was control over the franchisees and Dick and Mac. The end result was having both the banks and the franchisees under control, as he owned the land. This plan was highly successful, and together, Kroc and Sonneborn built what would become the McDonald's Corporation. For McDonald's, owning property is more than just an additional revenue source. It's a different business model altogether. Real estate offers tax breaks for depreciation, while property values increase over time, providing long-term stability. During economic downturns, McDonald's can buy properties at discounted rates. Even during catastrophic events like a pandemic, the real estate model outsources risk to franchisees, who must pay rent regardless of sales. This approach has led to an increase in franchised locations and a decrease in company-operated ones, reflecting McDonald's successful adaptation to this profitable business model. However, Kroc faced challenges with maintaining quality control across the franchises. Initially, he found many new menu items and inconsistent standards in different locations. To address this, in 1961, he started Hamburger University in the basement of a McDonald's store. This idea, developed with longtime employee Fred Turner, was a training program for all McDonald's franchisees to ensure consistency and quality. Turner later became the chairman and CEO of McDonald's after Kroc. Hamburger University provided an intense training course, helping to solve the problem of maintaining consistent standards across all McDonald's restaurants. This means wherever you go, you get the same great food at McDonald's. However, his success in business came with personal challenges. Ray's relationship with Ethel suffered because he spent all his time and money on McDonald's. He divorced Ethel when he met Joanne, a pianist in St. Louis, Missouri. Joanne and her husband were inspired by McDonald's success to open their own franchise. Ray and Joanne eventually married, but his divorce from Ethel was difficult. He only gave her the car, the house, and some insurance policies, refusing to share McDonald's wealth with her, despite the strain it put on their relationship. As the McDonald's Corporation, under Ray's full control, continued to grow, he decided it was time to part ways with the McDonald's brothers. Initially, Ray had no issues with his contract, agreeing to 1.4% of the profits and consulting with the brothers for approval before making changes. However, he soon grew frustrated with these constraints. In one scene from the movie, Joanne suggests a cost-saving idea for McDonald's by using a powder instead of ice cream for milkshakes, which excites Ray due to high freezer costs bothering franchisees. Yet, when he eagerly proposed this idea to the McDonald's brothers, they once again refused to cooperate, concerned it could impact quality. Ray himself admitted he was tired of the McDonald brothers, calling them difficult and unreasonable. However, Dick McDonald didn't feel the same way about Ray and was upset that Ray called himself the founder. But he still respected Ray for making McDonald's a cultural icon. Despite this, Ray swindled the brothers out of their fortune. At an impasse, Ray decided to buy the brothers out and pressured his lawyer to get McDonald's away from Dick and Mac at any cost, even telling him to make the problem go away. In real life, according to Ray's biography, he negotiated a $2.7 million deal to buy the McDonald brothers out of their shares, giving each brother $1 million. This deal included the rights to the McDonald's name and the San Bernardino store. Ray also made a handshake deal, promising them an annual 1% royalty, but he never paid them a dime after the $2.7 million settlement. At the last minute, the brothers decided to keep their San Bernardino store, which they gave to their longtime employees to run. Ray, a proud capitalist, didn't like to be outdone. Since he couldn't take the original McDonald's, he decided to put it out of business by opening a new McDonald's across the street from the old one, which had changed its name to the Big M shortly after the contract was signed. It didn't take long before Ray put the brothers' store out of business. If Ray had honored his promise of the annual 1% royalties, each of the brothers would have earned $200 million a year. Today, McDonald's serves over 69 million customers daily across more than 100 countries. Its success is a testament to Kroc's unwavering belief in the brand and the power of persistence. However, it's also a poignant example of how business ventures can profoundly impact personal relationships and ethics. In the end, Ray Kroc's legacy is a complex blend of brilliance and controversy, a true reflection of the American entrepreneurial spirit. Money never sleeps on Wall Street, and neither does on our channel. Watch all the mind-blowing Wall Street stories and explore intriguing money movies all here in one place. Like this video and subscribe to The Money Game to level up your financial game today.